This morning at around 8:30, our counterterrorism units intercepted a suicide bomber who was riding on a motorcycle. We intercepted her 600 meters from the Munyonyo Basilica, and that was the ultimate target. If she had managed to infiltrate through, I think we would be talking about a different story now. But we engaged them, and ultimately her explosive she was wearing or carrying in the backpack went off, and the rider also died. The suicide bomber is, and by the way, all these preliminary findings and strongly so point to ADF operatives. This lady, the suicide bomber, has been in our custody before in 2023. I think it was October, and we interrogated her because she had links to ADF. She was known as Aisha Katushabe, also known as Biarohanga Sumaya, also known as Kabonesa, in her 20s. Intelligence findings show that her husband called Muzaffar was killed by our counterterrorism forces in 2021. He was among the group who wanted to bomb the funeral and mourners of the late Deputy Inspector General of Police, Paulo Kechi. That time we arrested some suspects and some were killed. We also know that she was a daughter to Abdu Shakur. Abdu Shakur is the suicide bomber who blew himself at the Central Police Station in Kampala in 2021. The other incident was, I think, along Parliamentary Avenue. So these are strong links to ADF, which we knew about. And in relation to today's event, intelligence was aware that the ADF was planning to attack worshippers and pilgrims on this day. In fact, 2 days ago, we arrested a suspect who is in custody right now, and he gave us very useful information. We found him with laptops and several rounds of ammunition, and the interrogations are still taking place. So we had strong links, and our people on the ground today, we are very vigilant and aware, and we congratulate all the security forces today who are in the field, the UPDF, the Uganda Police Force, and the intelligence services, for preventing a catastrophe. We could have been talking about many people dead and injured today, and the entire city would have been in a panic and confusion. So briefly, that's about the event today, but I think the important message is that we have, again, the security forces delivered a successful Martyrs' Day celebrations, and thanks to them, nobody has died, nobody is injured, although there were attempts to do so by some clearly very negative forces in our side. Any questions?
Yes. About the rider?
Oh, yes. The investigations are still going on, but from what we have gathered, the motorcycle is registered in the names of Musana Yusuf, We are yet to establish whether the rider was Musana Yusuf or somebody else, and what links they have or they could have with the terrorist who was riding on the motorcycle. So we will dig deeper into this, and we'll definitely find out.
Are there more sleeper cells of ADF, and what are you telling the public if this person was so close to the target?
We have been saying this already in the past. We live in a very volatile Great Lakes region. We know that Eastern Congo is a hotbed of many violent armed groups, including the Allied Democratic Forces, which has conducted attacks against Ugandans for many years now, most recently in 2021. And we have always been appealing to the general public to be vigilant, report any suspicious individuals or objects or activities to the security forces, so that intervention measures are undertaken in time. And we thank Ugandans that, for the most part, Ugandans have been very cooperative with security, and working together with the security services, we have been able to prevent disaster. Otherwise, we could easily have another July 2010 bombings here. But the members of the security forces, working with the people who are very vigilant indeed, have prevented many of these from happening. We also have the Al-Shabaab situation. It seems far away in Somalia, but actually it is not, because Al-Shabaab comes as close as the northeastern frontier of the Kenya-Somalia border. There is a very big population of Somalis in Kenya, and increasingly even in Uganda, so they can always infiltrate. Our borders are porous, so the key is to ensure that we are constantly vigilant. Everyone, the wananchi and the security services. And that's how we'll be able to prevent disaster from striking our people, like it is happening in some places.
You say you once arrested the suicide bomber, so you released her under which ground?
We didn't have sufficient evidence. And by the way, this should also tell you that the security services in Uganda and the justice system generally tries to be fair and considerate, although many people tend to think otherwise. If we don't have concrete evidence about you, we might be suspicious, but if we don't have evidence, then we will be compelled to release you. Because to take someone to court means you must have gathered your evidence, and that person will be prosecuted successfully.